screenwriters named Strauss and Stern. They had the original concept, and it went through a couple of different versions, and then Scott Mosier and I picked it up and wrote the screenplay that's there now. That's pretty much it. No agenda, nothing like that, just like a great idea about, just a really fantastic premise about, you know, what would happen if two turkeys got access to a time machine, and there's a lot to work with there.
Lots of Thanksgiving memories. We would always have a football game on Thanksgiving that would lead to a lot of arguments. And the cowboy game was always on Thanksgiving. And favorite, my mom's stuffing for the turkey. That's pretty good. The cranberry sauce. Apple pie. You guys want to chime? Are you guys orphans? Do you have any Thanksgiving?
I was going to say, I thought Thanksgiving was designed for families to come together and watch football and argue. Was the idea. Well,
Yeah.
Well, then we accomplished that.
Well, I've started a new thing with my kids where we watch a movie on Thanksgiving that we've never seen before. That's always fun to show your kids movies that you know.
Like one of yours? Or
Yeah, only mine.
That's good. We're just pulling from this pile here.
You want to watch E.T.? Nope.
No.
He's not.
Deuce Bigelow. I wish, but like last year we watched the original Willy Wonka on Thanksgiving, which is great, and so maybe this year we'll watch Freebirds.
No Country for Old Man. Like something.
Yeah, either that or
So Woody, what about you?
the
What are your Thanksgiving memories?
Yeah, you know, the thing I remember most about Thanksgiving was after I'd moved to New York, so I would come back to Thanksgiving or come back for Thanksgiving to where we were living in Lebanon, Ohio, where my mom still lives. And we would just have the best time. No, I don't remember much, honestly. I can't fake this.
It's nice. It's nice to be able to, you know, to work on something that you can, you know, I got to show them some of the art from the film, and they were really into it, which is really cool. And they like the idea of like a buddy adventure. I have two young boys, so they really like the idea of these guys like traveling together. It speaks to them certainly, and I think it's nice to be able to, because most time they're really disinterested in what you do, like most kids. Hopefully.
Yeah, this is the first movie I've done that my kids can watch, so even the 20-year-old. But no, you know, the cool thing was I asked McConaughey, my little 7-year-old rascal, the other day, I asked her what her favorite movie was, not trying to lead her toward anything, and I was really wanting to know, what is your favorite movie? And she goes, Freebirds.
Really?
Cute.
Just
You know the way to my heart, kid. You're going to get dessert.
We should point out she's also your publicist.
Keep it in-house.
Was that weird?
We did the first session together, but then it was just like we're not in the same place at the same time.
Was that just hard?
No. He'd do something really funny, and then I'd try to respond.
But we did have some sessions, a couple sessions together.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the
Very early.
if there was any more magic in those sessions where we were together than the ones where we were apart.
I remember being hung over and all the magic coming from your corner.
Toronto. Yeah. I remember that one.
Oh, that was rough.
Yeah.
I think so much of it comes from them doing improvisational work on the spot too, and you know, blending it together too. So.
And this guy likes to have the last word, so sometimes it's best maybe not to have him there in the room with me. Let
I
me
don't
get
know what
my
you mean
bits
by
in.
that. You can have the last word anytime.
I don't know that it is. I wasn't thinking that when I, wanted to play a turkey, a jive turkey, that it was a vegan ideology. I think, I think it was more just kind of a funny idea for these guys to be kind of traveling back in time. But, we could just as easily have been playing soybeans traveling to Japan to get tofu out of miso. Yes. I just thought turkeys were funnier than soybeans.
Well, and also when it comes to your turkeys, usually with animated films, we see a little bit of the person in the character that's been drawn. Did you see them as these turkeys, and did you see yourselves as the turkeys?
I did see some of myself. It was uncomfortable. Yes.
Well, I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad you brought it up.
Turkeys aren't very good-looking animals. They're pretty ugly. So, I mean, the difficulty was designing characters that looked so they could execute what they needed to do in the movie, but still be appealing to look at. And I don't think I see much turkey resemblance in either of these guys.
This is all the amount of dramaturg I should have done before I started. But
Yeah.
no, it was fun to play someone who is part of a flock, which is what my character kind of focuses on. The idea of that you can't do it alone. It's important to stick together. Those are universal themes that feel like ones I understand, I guess. So that was fun to play. And I think that character, Jenny, is like not dumb at all. She's just really quite smart. She is a leader, yes. She gets the speech.
What about her height problem? Was that always in the script? Or was that something you
Yeah, that was in the script. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was in the script.
We actually put it in and took it out and put it back in.
Yeah,
again.
yeah, we had a lot of fun with that. We
I don't really, I'd sooner eat turkey than pizza, so, I'm not so sure.
Well played.
I better stop right there. Owen does take this stuff very seriously. So the first session, he came and he was all in feathers, and he had the thing. What do you call that thing?
The
Waddle.
Yeah, the waddle. The waddle. And that was weird. The waddle.
And the snood.
He takes it seriously, very, very seriously. What's the snood?
The snood's the rubber thing that hangs off the side of the beak. I don't know if it means they're mad or happy, depending on what side. Like my Shiba Inu, I don't.
That's what we're calling them.
That's a snood.
I think just actually my name I remember as a kid, you want to kind of fit in, and there weren't many other kids named Owen. And that was always the first rule I would have in the neighborhood when we'd play a game, is that you had to have a new name for the game, and mine was always Jim Johnson. And so, so I think every kid can kind of relate to that, yeah.
it's not too late to
I
start
will
going.
never call him anything but Jim.
That's it.
Jim Johnson,
Jim
what's
Johnson,
happening, pal?
That's it.
Good to see you, Jim Johnson.
JJ.
JJ, buddy.
Would we have to go back?
I was going to
To a
say, I
historical
would just
period.
go back to last night and get more sleep. Is that short-sighted?
Not very
I
ambitious.
should probably think, bigger.
You feel later like you wasted your shot. Man.
Is that shallow?
Is that too short-sighted, or yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the time period that Owen went back to in Midnight in Paris. Like, that was a good era. It'd be nice to run into Henry Miller, too, some other fun people.
Yeah, that would be a good one. This is probably like my inner 12-year-old. I think about dinosaurs and Custer's Last Stand. Like wanting to see some action.
Two eras where you wouldn't fare too well.
Him running around in a singlet with a club, running for his life.
Safely from like a dugout, just watching what was happening.
Just making stories and making movies that I'm stoked on. Really, just anything that is something that is exciting and interesting to me artistically in any way. That's what I'm interested in doing. So, I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah.
It might be a record next.
Was it tough to get these three? I mean, these are big stars.
I mean, these
Wasn't
guys,
that
these guys
tough?
came as a set.
Yeah, we
We were there.
our good buddy Tom Kartsotis is the guy who owns Real Effects, and so we were in this from the beginning.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember being excited
Yeah.
when you signed
Yeah.
on. That seemed like it's gonna elevate us. At least that character. Yeah.
Oh no, I mean I had never gotten a chance to work with either one of these guys before, and I'd worked with Jimmy on Horton Hears a Who, and we did Horton Hears a Who together and had a great time.
Yeah.
And really enjoyed. Did you say who? Shit.
Who?
I missed that. On Horton's on First, and we had a really good time working together. So I was excited about the chance to get to do it again for sure. Relive.
Whoa.
I'm
From
gonna
a
need my
14-year-old.
therapist for this question.
Yeah, relive.
Birth?
Birth?
Take it all the way back. That's the genesis of this guy.
Total redo.
Let's be there.
Hey. But talking like you talk now, you just.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. I did that.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
I was at a dog run once and I threw 2 tennis balls up in the air and my lab caught them both in his mouth and everybody clapped. I'd like to see that again.
But have your phone out this time.
Yeah.
So you
Amy,
post it.
You have the most unexpected trips back. It's like last night for sleep, and then the time I threw the balls in my dog. You get 2 big opportunities.
I'm shooting too small.
I think with this picture, we obviously led more with entertainment than anything. I think that's why we put a disclaimer at the beginning, a funny disclaimer at the beginning with George Takei. But I think, we didn't set out to make it super educational. That wasn't the idea. I mean, not that we were trying to teach kids the wrong things, but I think, we didn't feel like, I think we felt a real responsibility to make an entertaining, heartwarming picture with a good message. I think the message about the flock and togetherness and you're part of something bigger than yourself is probably the most educational part of it. I think that that's an opportunity rather than trying to teach kids about history and stuff like that. That's what school's for. When you go to the pictures, maybe that's the wrong answer, but I think that there is a real message in the movie that's really important, that applies to like all people, that has, that's more important than dates and times and stuff like that.
I would think from about age, my son's almost 3, and he was watching a clip the other day that we were showing, and he seemed really to love it. So I would think from 2.9 all the way up to
More specific.
up to teenagers.
You think they'll be asking for pizza at Thanksgiving is my question, really.
Ford probably will. Yeah. Both.
I feel
There's a
like that's a
turkey
trend
pizza.
now anyway.
There you go.
Yeah, turkey
Yeah.
pizza.
Pizza the night before.
Yeah.
turkey.
I feel like Thanksgiving now is like expanded to a lot of other dishes on that day, right? Or then you get real revolutionary, you don't eat it all.
Whoa.
Fasting. Kids were fasting this year. Good times. Football, arguing, and no food.
It's a terrible combination.
It's awful. Have fun.
I think that says it all, doesn't it? I mean, we've got football, arguments, food, turkey. Thank you so much. I mean, it's a fun movie, opening November 1st.
Thank you.
And it's got heart, it's got humor, and it's got these 3.
Yep.
What more do you want, right?
There we go.
November 1st. Thank you guys very
Thank
much.
you.
Let's hear it.